going to use for my backdrop for my product photos. And it's something I realized when I take the photos here, they kind of blend in. Like this blends in with the pink too much. It's too busy. So I'm going to make them. I have one or a couple over here already that I use. So like this is my fall one I use, and then I did one for winter. And you typically only see just like a little spot of it. So you don't see this whole thing. I did do a bigger case. I do a bigger product. And then typically what I do is I use one of these right here. And I set this up, and then I put my lights right here and right here. And I'll show that at the very end of how I set this up. So we're going to paint one of these pinks because I would like to keep that pink theme. And that way when people go to my website, it's consistency. It's that consistency that they see that helps people feel safer and better about your product. It's not some random crazy photos. Because if you look at mine now, it's this matte. It's this orange. This is actually a mat that I sell. You can buy one of these on my website. I absolutely love it. I have a different one from my laptop. But it's really good to work on. It's nice and clean. It is washable. My daughter has one of these, and they wash really well. Hers is a really light cream colored one, and it's very, very washable. So just something to think about. And they come in different sizes. This is the largest one, and I love it. I use it for everything. So, all right, let's get some paint and let's get painting, okay? Okay, so I'm using two different pinks and a white here. I'm showing it from a different view on a different camera at this time. It's just plain acrylic paint, nothing fancy. I use a standard brush. I just went with a little bit larger brush to make it easier. I'm just going to add some color to this and just move it around. So while you're doing this, just add some color. I want pink to be my main color here, but overall, it just needs to have some kind of a flow to it. Don't be afraid. It's not going to hurt. I promise it's easier than it looks. Just keep moving the paint around. Acrylic paint does dry pretty quick, so you do got to be pretty fast with it. The white is a good way to blend the two colors or just to add a little bit lighter of an area. As you see, I'm just kind of moving it into the ends, and you really don't have to worry about the ends that much just because they aren't going to be seen in the camera. In the photos, most of it's going to be more in the center, or if you have a larger item, you might see a little bit of the sides, but you more likely will not see the edge. Okay, I'm going to fast forward some of this so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me paint a board pink because that's just kind of boring. But whatever colors you use, just make sure they look well and they're part of your branding. Branding is very important to have. Pick two, maybe three colors that you want to use for your branding, and they should be your main colors that you use in all of your branding. And just make sure you're not losing hairs. I don't know how my hair from my head gets into things, but my goodness does it. All right, so I'm gonna fast forward this now and continue watching me hopefully not get paint on me. Okay, so we now have this done, and I was laughing because I noticed that the two pinks, these two, are about the same color as my nails, which I thought was kind of funny. I guess it shows I like the colors. So I do use a dryer. If you are any kind of artist and do paint of any kind, I do this mostly for my watercolors, but it is so nice. It dries it so fast. Obviously with oil paint, I wouldn't probably try it. I've never tried it, but I probably wouldn't even try it. But for acrylic and for watercolors, it's amazing stuff. I love it. So I use this. I actually don't keep it up most of the time because I don't use it often enough to have it out. So we're gonna put that in here. But this is now ready to go. So typically what I do is I have this sit here, and I am going to move this. I have another view of everything set up so I can see it from a different view. So I typically stick this like this, and then I grab one of these and I put it right here as my backdrop. It kind of reflects some of the light, and that way if there is anything, it's just in the back. Then the other thing I bought, and I am going to look for different ones, but for right now, these have been working fine. You get them off of Amazon. I think they cost me like 35 bucks or something. They're really cheap. But it is pretty dark in my studio. In the summer, on the wall over there, it is a big door that we open and it's screened. And so that's really nice because it lets a lot of natural light in, which I love, and I can look out at the farm next door to me, and it's really pretty because I can watch the horse get into the cornfield. It's kind of fun. Birds and all sorts of things. So it's really nice. We are looking at putting a patio door on there because right now I'm actually in a garage. It's a tuck under garage of our house, and we never used it as a garage because it's, as you can see, it's not that big. I think it's only, I want to say this is 18 feet across, so it's not very big. It's a small car could probably fit in here. So we've always just used it as storage. So when I started getting bigger into my art and selling it about 5 years ago, I started getting enough where I was needing a space because the kitchen could not handle all the art I was having to do for people. We decided to invest about over $3,000 into this art studio, and I am so blessed to have it. I love it. It's my favorite room next to my kitchen in the whole house. And I do love my kitchen. I have a beautiful kitchen, so that's probably my second favorite place to be besides outside. I'd rather just be sitting outside enjoying nature. Okay, anyways, this is how I go on rambles. This is why I never get anything done. Good Lord. Here we go. Anywho, I bought these. So they do work fine. They're not like anything fancy, and I know I probably should upgrade. But for right now, they work. So I turn that on, just like that. And nice thing is they are small enough that I can move them around. You can angle them differently. You know, you loosen this up, you put down more, up, more up. And there's even times where I'll hold one up and take the photo. So that's kind of nice. So there's one there, and then I have the other one right here. And I do keep these close by because I do use them often enough that I think I need to. And so let me see where I can plug in over here. This one here, set like this, and I kind of put this out. One time I did a photo shoot of a bunch of my product, and I noticed in half the photos the cord was showing in the corner, and it was close enough that I couldn't crop it out. So I was so frustrated. I had to cut back down and redo the photo. So just make sure to keep that all the way. You can turn on this one. This one I have more of a straight angle. This one's more of a shot. And the nice thing is you can switch them. You can have one here, one there. You can do it however you want. So on my phone, I'll do a smaller, quick video to insert into this video, so you can see the difference on the product and how much better it looks. So there's a kitty down here. No, Nina. She's like, why can't I be in the video? No. So you can put your product on here and we'll see. The other thing I do, hold on, let me grab them, is I bought these from Michael's. Again, they're a Christmas thing, but they're really good for fillers just to throw in there. Some people do flowers, and I like in my fall one, I do flowers, and I am thinking about doing some pink flowers because you can just have them on the edges of it. So, like again, I'll do another video with my phone so I can get closer so you can actually see what I'm talking about and how it looks. My hair is falling out, I swear to God. It drives me crazy. So this is how I set up. This is what I do. I have learned that it does better when I actually shut these off. So I do leave the big light on behind me, but I found my photos actually look better and have less weird shadowing. These guys leave like a weird shadow, and I don't know if it's because of this. Well, you guys can't see it, I suppose. I have cage, like a light bulb with the cage going around it, very industrialized above us, and I think that they leave a shadow. So, I'm gonna stop the video and I'll quick do a video so you guys can see it from my view and how I take them, and then we'll go from there. Okay? Bye. Hello. So I thought I would do the little video to add on to kind of show how it looks from here. See how much better everything looks. So now if I was going to do a photo, I would probably do this, get that more on it, direct. You don't want the glare, and that is a problem to get no glare. But let's say I was doing that one right there, I'd probably, yeah, like that right there. And then I would crop it down to it. Obviously it wouldn't be so busy, I apologize, but let me set this back down. There we go. So I did want to show though, like how much better they look. You know, it's very easy to see what it is. You know, same thing with bigger product or even my bookmarkers. They don't get mixed in with all that design. So I'm so happy I did this. So this will now become my standard backdrop for all my product. Prior to having the mat, I will be using this for everything. I will cover it with a protective layer. I haven't done that yet. I just wanted to quick show you guys it, but it does look so much better, and I'll pull away so you guys can see the full setup. There you guys go. And like I said, the lights aren't fancy. I know I need to get better ones, but for now they work just fine. Don't feel like you have to have the very best of the very best. You can make it work. The biggest thing is to make sure they're clear. There is editing software. I don't edit a lot of my photos. I will crop them down, but I very rarely actually edit them. And this is something I did learn working for Jostens. A lot of people don't know, but I am, believe it or not, a manager. It's called a hub manager for Jostens Photography, called JPix is the branch. And we do all the photos for schools. Here, I'm gonna switch my camera around. So I do all of the photos for schools. So I am a help manager for Jostens Photography, and my team of photographers are the ones that go around and do a lot of the photos. I have, well, this last season I had 79 schools I was in charge of. So it's really fun, and I work really closely with the schools to make sure we have a good photo day experience. But one thing I've learned working for them is we don't take a lot of retakes. We are pretty spot on that first time. We don't edit a lot of the pictures because we don't need to. We do it right the first time, so they don't need editing later. So think of it that way. I mean, it's crazy. There's no way you can edit that many photos. It would be insane if you don't do it right the first time. So that's something I've carried over into this, is I make sure I take good photos the first time. I make sure the lighting's good, the contrast is good, the saturation is good, all that. I don't meter my lights like I would for a photo shoot, but I definitely make sure everything's due. I do a lot of test photos before I do the main ones. Obviously, I don't make sure a cord's not in there before I do it because I was so worried about the product I didn't even think about the background, but that was only one time. So yeah, that is a lot of what I do when I do this, and it does take a long time. People always, I'll do a bunch of product like I did right here, and then I will take a whole day of just doing photo shooting, and I'll take a whole day and do that, and then hopefully in the evening I can get it downloaded in my computer, which is why I bought, here you guys can see, I don't have a tripod yet, so this is how I'm recording. Like it? See, Canon, we use Canon at Jostens, so I have a lot of Canon R7 stuff. This is a Nikon, so I'm trying to learn Nikon, so bear with me when I learn. But this right here is what I'm doing, and I just set it up. I record it like this. Once I get a tripod, I'll be able to set it up a little differently, but for now, use what you have. You don't have to be fancy. You can use what you do have, and that's kind of thing that people don't realize. Use what you have. There's so many little things you can do. These, $2 I think I paid for them. Cheap. This whole backdrops right here. I got these on sale for a pack, and I think it's down here. I don't remember how many were in here. I think it was 8 of them, if I remember right. There's 8 or 6 of those, and I got those for like $5 because they were on sale. And I'm like, perfect. They're the right size. I don't have really large product, so for me, it makes more sense to do this. All right, so I was trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. I think that's everything. So that's everything I do to do my product photos, and you can go to my website and take a look and see what I have and how they look. I know it's something I've definitely have learned to get better at over time. So good luck to you. Don't be afraid to drop any questions in there. I will put a link to these lights that I use and a couple of the other products. I am not an affiliate in any shape or form, but it is nice to see what other people use. So I know as I was learning all this, I used a lot of those links to find stuff. Even if I didn't buy it, it helped me educate me about it. So, and like what kind of product I can look for, like what it's actually called. So yeah, I think that's everything. All right, I'll let you guys go. Have a beautiful day. Please like, follow, and share this. It's the best way to support a small business. It truly, truly is. Support me. Even if you don't buy my product, even if you don't like my product, but you like me, please share, like, and follow me. All right, I'm out of here. Bye.